Hey, it's Greg. It's been quite a long time since I've just sat down and tried to talk to you about things. And with this video in particular, I'm gonna try and keep it as uncut as possible, and I just need to get quite a few things off of my chest about a lot of things. So first and foremost, I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for the support with the channel for the over the 6 years now. About 6.5 years I've been uploading videos to YouTube, and you've probably have noticed sometimes it's kind of on and off. And whenever I'm in one of my little off periods, it's not because I don't want to upload, it's just because I can't handle it at the time. I have a lot of things to talk about in this video, so I'm gonna try and be brief and straight to the point. I don't want to just bullshit around things, as I'm not really known to do that to begin with. I've been meaning to make this video for a while. First and foremost, the channel name is different. I've changed it before, and the way it is now is how it's going to stay forever. It's what I've been meaning to do for a long time. I know a few years ago, whenever I uploaded my 500th video, I talked about how I changed my name to Arthur Plays. And I changed it to that because I've been meaning to change the name of the channel for a while and rebrand everything for a while, from Night Gamer Rex to something else, but I just couldn't think of a good name. And so I finally settled with Arthur Plays because it still kept with the Knights of the Round Table theme, and also just kind of kept it in the sort of entertainment spectrum of names. But I really liked the name Night Gamer Rex, and I know in my other video explaining why I changed the name to Arthur Plays, I said I didn't care for it. I really did like it, and I've been watching a lot of my older videos from back in the day, and I seem to have enjoyed doing YouTube more then. Why I've changed it again is because if I want to be more of an entertainer and more of a personality, I have to be honest with my audience about who I am, and I want you to know more about me. And so Greg is my actual name. That's what's on my birth certificate and all that sort of stuff. And so changing it to Hey It's Greg, it makes it more personal, but it also keeps that sort of entertainer sort of feel to it, and I think it's just more personal that way, and I like how it is now, and I think that's why I'm going to keep it how it is. And the same thing with whenever I rebranded, you also noticed that the green screen sort of thing went away, and I wanted to go back to my roots where I just had the black background. Albeit I'm not in the corner of my room anymore like I used to whenever I did have the black background, and now I use a black screen in replacement of my green screen. I've had this black screen for years and years and years. I bought it at the same time as whenever I got the green screen, but I just have never used it. I never had a reason. Then whenever I rebranded, I started recording Absolov, End of Gods, and started recording Blair Witch. And in the meantime of doing both those series, I was also recording small indie horror games. And as a lot of you know, I haven't really been a fan of indie games that have been coming out. Most of them are just drag and drop trash. I even made a video talking about Game Guru and how I made an entire game in Game Guru within an hour, and that video has quite a bit of views. because it's easy. And I was just trying to explain why it's so easy and why I'm so sick and tired of all these shit fucking horror games. And so finally, whenever I received a game key for Absolov, I was super excited to finally play something that might be interesting. And then I started having a computer breaking hardware issue. And so I had to reset my entire computer, which uninstalled everything. And I had to take days and days and days to re-download and reinstall and set up my preferences and all that to be able to record again. And then it just turns out it wasn't my computers being the issue, it was just games coming out were just very poorly optimized. It started with whenever I was playing Blair Witch, I noticed my frame rate was dropping to around like 42 frames a second, which wasn't normal. And then I started playing these indie games you could download, and the frame rate for those were dropping down to like 32, 36. It was becoming ridiculous, and I thought it was just my computer acting up, so I reset it. And it just turns out it wasn't the problem at all. It was just because those games were very unoptimized. Now Blair Witch runs at a smooth 60 at all times because a lot of patches came out for the game. Absolov I never had a problem with to begin with. Now I'm going to get past that. So that's about the channel. I rebranded everything. That's how it's staying. That's how I like it. Next is the sort of location change. As you noticed from about a year and a half ago, the room I was recording in was different. It was open and clean and everything was brand spanking new. And it was because I moved into an apartment with my girlfriend at the time. And then it was about a month ago, we broke up. And so I moved back in with my parents, and that's where this is. And where I'm sitting now is where I used to do like VR content and all that sort of stuff. I don't have the VR headset anymore because we sold it to pay for her rent. So I can't upload VR games anymore. And in the same sort of spectrum, I can't use the tripod for my actual good camera because I let her keep it to use so she could continue uploading YouTube videos. Her and I were together for almost 4 years. It would have been our 4-year anniversary in August. And that is now over and done with. Whenever I moved out, I'm gonna get into me for a second. I haven't been well for a very, very long time. It all started, I've made a video on this about my depression, and I don't bring it up because it's not your business. But now it's affecting the channel very harshly, so it's never been this bad. I've always been able to manage it and keep a grip on it, but it's starting to become a larger and larger problem in my personal life. And whenever I moved back here, you noticed I was uploading videos every day for about a week or two, and then it started trickling off again. And that was because I was finally able to record again anytime I wanted. And that's whenever everything started to get at its worst, and it's still at its worst. I'm not getting better. Normally by now I would have been, because it always hits about once a month, and it's always really bad for about a day, and then it goes away. But this time it's just been lasting for the last month. And YouTube has always been my outlet to cope, and it hasn't been helping. Because back in the day, I used to put so much time and effort into my videos and make it personal and fun for people to watch. But that's back when people actually knew my channel existed, or I actually had a community who cared. But as it stands right now, my channel is essentially dead, and my community is gone. I have very few people who actually watch. And like I said at the beginning of this video, how I said that I'm thankful for everybody who's stood by the channel. Most of them aren't even here. We're about to reach 4,000 subscribers after 6 years, and that's a great milestone. That's fantastic. But at the same time, the harder I work, it just feels like it doesn't matter, because channels who are smaller than me, who don't put as much time into their videos or show their true personalities as much, they tend to grow and overpass me within months. And I get very disappointed and jealous. And then that just puts me into a further fit of, well, what's the point sort of thing. And sometimes I just feel like giving up. I really do. And whenever I was making videos back then, I would do those fun intros and all that sort of thing. And nowadays, I just see it as a waste of my time. Last night, I actually finally sat down and tried to record something, because I want to try to bring a new series to the channel. There's no point. I finally just started to maybe try and record what I want for once instead of what's popular. And that's The Evil Within 2, which is a game I've been really looking forward to and playing, because I pre-ordered it, but I never got around to playing it. And it's just been so long since I've recorded that I actually forgot to do a lot of my pre-recording stuff, like syncing my face cam to the gameplay and that sort of thing. I've lost touch. But I really don't want to lose what I've built and what the community has built. But as it seems now, like the community's gone. They left. And I just feel alone. And then it really, dislike spam on the channel has been abundant. I never really felt bothered by it before, but there's just been a single dislike on every video I've uploaded lately. And like I said, it never bothered me before, but for some reason lately it's just been getting to me and making me feel like shit. And it's like I finally started doing things my way. And like no matter what I do, it's just never good enough. I should be bringing out more videos on Absolov and Blair Witch soon. I lost all of my progress in both games whenever I reset the PC, so I have one video of each uploaded. I already had a second episode of each
recorded. I've just not gotten around to editing because I haven't felt well, so I just really haven't felt the energy to edit. And I quit my old job, and I worked there for 5 years. And I finally found a new job, and it's been taking up most of my time. I actually just got back from working this morning. And, yeah, that's just been how things have been. I've been meaning to make this video for a few weeks. So I hope this kind of clears up everything that's been happening. So, thank you so much again for the years of support, for those of you who have been here since the beginning, or those of you who have been here the halfway mark. It's still been over 6 years. And normally I make a video celebrating the channel each year on the mark, but this year I didn't make a video because I didn't have the energy. But yeah, that's about everything. I hope that clears everything up for you. So content is still gonna be coming, but please try and be patient with me, because there are a lot of things happening inside my head that a lot of people don't know about, because I don't talk about it, and I should, but okay, this is depressing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you for watching, thank you for all the support, and I hope we can reach another milestone here soon, 4,000. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later.